Hi there, welcome to our channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Priya and I'm a partner at Mac Architecture & Company, the specialist dental accountants. So a few months ago, I did a video on, it was a jargon buster for incorporating or setting up a limited company. And I just wanted to follow on from that really, as to the type of conversation that we might have if you are toying with the idea of setting up a limited company. So I'm not going to go over all the terminology again. That's all covered in that other video. So do have a look at that if you haven't already. Right, if you're thinking of setting up a company and you are currently a sole trader or self-employed, there are two main things that you need to assess before we can do any amount of number crunching to see if you will actually save tax from setting up a company. The first thing is trying to establish with reasonable accuracy your income going forward. So it doesn't matter what your income was last year or what it is right now. What do you expect it to be going forward? And what do you expect it to be from all different sources? So your employment income, your rental income, pension income, if that applies, investment income, and of course your sole trader income. And of your sole trader income, what part is NHS and what part is private? That's also very important because it has a bearing on your superannuation and how we set you up. You can't, that's a whole other video. I think I was going to start explaining that, but it's too complicated. So for now, I'll do another video on that. But for now, all you need to know is we would need to assess how much your income is going to be from NHS and also private. The second thing, and this is the hardest thing actually, is trying to establish how much you need to live on. And again, this is going forward. So if you expect that to change in a year, maybe you have a baby who's at nursery right now, but they're going to be starting school. So you expect your educational expenses to actually go down, or maybe they're going to be private schools, so it will actually go up. Look at what it's going to be going forward. In my experience, I find most people underestimate how much they need. So the best thing to do really is to sit down. I've got a little pro forma, or you can just, do it yourself. How much do I need for mortgage or rent, household expenditure, food, holidays, education? Go through and just try and literally itemize each one and then look at whether that's expected to change going forward. And then the third thing, I know I said there's only two things, but the third thing to consider is also how the two link. So, for example, if we've worked out that you need, for argument's sake, £6,000 a month to live on, do you already have other income that is taxed at source? Maybe employment income that gives you some income towards that, maybe £2,000 or £3,000 or something. Then obviously we're just looking to bridge the shortfall. Because with a limited company, one of the main savings really comes from not taking all of the money out. So you only pay personal tax on what you physically extract. And again, I won't go into that in too much detail because I did cover that in my other video. We then also need to consider some non-tax matters. So things that could have a bearing could be if you expect to be raising a mortgage anytime soon or remortgaging. Not in all cases, but in some cases that could have a bearing. If you have income protection insurance, is it going to be voided or rendered less useful by doing this planning? I should add, I'm not a financial planner, but it's something that we would need to also consider. Are you planning on buying a practice? Are you planning on retiring soon? All sorts of things. So it's definitely, I think what I really want to get across in this video is sometimes people email me and say, is there a cutoff point above which it makes sense for me to set up a company? If I'm earning, what would you say? If I'm earning more than what amount should I set up a company? And it's not that straightforward because it depends on so many different factors. So the best thing I can say, or the takeaway from this video, would be if you are thinking of setting up a company, don't go ahead and do it. First, talk to your accountant and chat to them about all of these things. And this just gets you started. There's a lot more as well. So have a proper chat, consider it properly, and then go ahead if it makes sense too. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If there's anything in particular you'd like me to cover in the next video, please do comment in the comment section below. And otherwise, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.